Hey, good morning to you. Nice to see you again. Hey, today is the first Thursday of the month. I remembered to wear a shirt from one of my alma maters, which is VCU. And just a little plug for VCU if you're interested in art or you want to be an art teacher, that's the nearby local school to go to. It's a good one. Got a lot of great professors and a lot of great programs. So anyway, last week we were doing some contour drawing, and we'll do more drawing and other fine art skills as we go. But I thought, since we may not get to see each other, a new video next week, because technically it's spring break. But I thought, well, I would give you something that you could work on that would keep you involved and engaged for some time. It has to do with something you've already done before, and kind of might remind you of this porch lattice work right here. Can you guess it? That's right, weaving. Listen up to this.
Hello, students. My name is William. I wanted to talk to you about weaving. Weaving is a method of joining or locking into fibers, having them cross over and under each other in alternating patterns. You weave on some type of loom. The vertical direction is called the warp. Horizontal direction is called the weft. Weaving has been used to create cloth for clothes, rugs, and tapestries in civilizations all around the world. North America, Native American weaving. Africa, Asante Kente cloth. South America, Peruvian weavers. Asian weaving. European weaving. Australia, Aboriginal weaving and textiles. Antarctica weaving? What? Let's get back to Miss Marchetti.
So as you can see, weaving is universal. It's around the world, and the styles are as different as the people and the cultures that create them. Weaving is usually considered a craft, meaning that you can learn the techniques involved and use the techniques to make something functional or usable, like a blanket or a rug or a pocketbook or a pillow. An artist can take this knowledge and create something different from them using maybe different materials, and it may not have a function at all. The function is just to enjoy and the aesthetic beauty of it. We are going to review, and I'm going to review and demo different techniques, and it's going to be a longer video because it's so much time to demo. So we're going to post 2 different videos. So you'll see when this one ends, you'll see another one posted wherever, Facebook I guess it is. So, all right, let's go. First type of weaving that we'll go over, which we've all done before, is just paper weaving. And so if you have paper and scissors, of course I have color paper, so if you don't have construction paper, maybe you can just color a sheet and use it to weave. The first thing you want to do is give it a hamburger fold, and there's 2 ways you can go about it. You can do it very checkerboard-like, and actually I thought this would be actually cool to make a makeshift checker game if you wanted to. You could use coins. The winner would have to count the money though. How about that? So let's see. To make a wacky weaving like this, or either one, you want to start with a hamburger fold on your paper. On the folded side, just kind of mark off a distance between if you want to get some good measuring in and get some ruler work, or just use a straight edge. You can take a strip and put it at the top, and you're going to mark your stop sign. That's what I've got written there at the top. which is the open pages part. If you are more comfortable drawing something out, I'm doing the wacky weaving, showing you that one. What I like to do, ooh, maybe that's not too good. So maybe I'll come over here a little bit more and not get too close to one another because paper tears, of course. I can get wacky, but what I don't want to do is to get too close. And another thing I don't really suggest is doing straight geometric. The more curvy organic lines are the better ones to do, just because they are easier to weave. If something is too pointy and zigzagged, it makes it so that the weaving strips, the weft, gets caught up in it. So if you then just take your scissors, and then if you take 2 colors of paper that you wanted and put them together. If you want to take a ruler and make a straight edge cut, you can put them together and cut. I like, for the wacky weaving, I like to make them different thicknesses, so you have some thick and some thin, and that's what I have here. You can see, and then you would just start your over under, and basically just for the basic type of weaving, it's called an AB pattern. So if I go over, under, over, under, and top, and then of course the next one that you put in is going to be a different size and a different color, so that it's all right. So you get it. You've done this many times. This is basic. Okay. All right. So we'll be moving on to the next step. So the next type of weaving is something that kids at Elmont have done before. These belong to 4th graders. Actually, they did them when they were in the 3rd grade, and they've been waiting for me to do something special to them. They used the yarn, and am going to take them off the loom, which I'll show you how to do, and then I was going to put some interfacing, so that they wanted to make these into a little pouch. So this person, CJ, did most of the way up, and then went up the rest of the way on this side, so that when it comes off the loom, this will become a little flap over top of the pouch. And so then the interfacing here will hold all that weaving, because you could put your finger right through the yarn. So if we don't want to do that if we're making it a functional piece. If you wanted to do a pillow, same kind of warping that you'll need to do. So you could get a bigger piece of cardboard, and the thing is, when you do your cardboard, is you want to do equal amounts and equal spaces of slices. So I always mark it with a pen first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 7 on this side, and then you're going to do a little slice like I've already done here with your scissors. So believe it or not, I have 0 yarn here at the house after we have all that yarn at school. So I'm being resourceful, and I'm going to warp this with some dental floss. So you never know what you can do. So to start to warp, now if you want to make, you don't have to make it functional. If you just want to weave on one side, that's fine. But you want to start by just tying a knot at the first one. And it's very important to do it if you want to make a pillow or a pouch or something functional, that you want to take it off and have it a side open where you can stuff it. Otherwise, if you just do it, wrap it around and around and around, you'll take it off, but it'll just come out where both sides would be open. If you're going to do both sides, you can just weave one side back and forth. So, but this is, and you just watch this, you're going to go down across from the other side and come back up into the same one. So we have both sides. Now I need to get to the other one. So I'm gonna take this, move these out your way so you might can see better. And I'm gonna just bring it over into that next slice. But then I'm gonna pull it down so it's going straight. Always make sure your warp strings are going straight across the board. And then you're gonna come back and come down and around. So I know I'm doing this right if every other one has this a little cross and they're looking straight and not going diagonal across the loom, which is our piece of cardboard is the loom. Can you see? I apologize. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to learn how to videotape myself, and I actually was given a, so now you've got the little lines here and here across the top. I was given by my daughter a tripod to use, so I'm big time now. Yep. All right, so we come back to the top. Now this will give me one closed side, and this will be an open side once it comes off the loom. And I'm not going to show you how to take it off the loom yet. We'll do that another time. Just go ahead and weave. This would just be, now if you have yarns to weave with, that's fine. I am having a really tough time with my hand today. My dog jerked my hand on his leash this morning. I think I broke my spray. I know I sprained my hand. But anyway, wah. So, yeah, so that is ready to go. If you're gonna weave, and you have yarn, I would suggest at least 2 pieces at a time that you go across. And you just leave these hang, and like if you were gonna put interfacing fusible on it to make it a pouch, but if this were gonna be a pillow, I would just let this be part of the stuffing that I would use. And we'll talk about that later if we get that far, okay?